Yes, folks, welcome back to a brand new episode here on the Journeyman of Football Manager 2021. We're at the start of a brand new season. It's the start of the 25-26 season here with Wolves, and it's going to be a big one. Obviously, by far our biggest episode, or season rather, of the Journeyman in the Champions League for the first time. But it's been a really busy summer with Wolves. You can see we've still got a load of money left. We're going to kick off the first game of the league this season against Manchester United, a really tough game, but we've had loads going on. So I think the transfers is the best place to start off, really. So the transfer window isn't quite shut, as I said. Andre Horta, we just rejected a bid from Southampton for him. But we are about to sign Fabio Freitas, who's a young Portuguese winger. It looks all right. To be fair, I should have probably scouted him a little bit more. But I think with the amount of money that he was valued at, I thought we'd jump on it. And you can see Spurs and Chelsea interested as well. So we'll talk about him a little bit more shortly. Now, in terms of who we've signed, let's go through the signings first. Ibrahim Sangare, we knew we were signing him last season. We got him on a free, decent box-to-box backup option. The board are happy with that because I think he's a good enough player on a free. He's going to be a backup, 6'3", very much a like-for-like replacement alongside Zambo and Gisa, really, for that box-to-box midfield role. We then have Ousmane Dembele coming in from Chelsea for £17 million. Of course, we had... who was it? Lamar? Did we have Thomas Lamar? Was it Lamar? Who was it that we had on loan last season? Not Lamar, but Kingsley Coman. Got them mixed up. Coman we had. So we had an option to buy him, but he was about 45-50 million. I saw Dembele on the transfer list, so we've jumped at this instead. I think this is a very good piece of business for just £18 million. A reputable player, very good player as well. So I think he's going to get plenty of first team action for us. He was actually out on loan at Southampton last season, did okay. Chelsea got him on a free, so they made that little bit of money on him over time anyway. But I think he'll get lots of first team football here. Got, both footed. I think he's just very strong for both sides of the pitch for us, really. Another one in this. Now, this is our transfer record. It broke the record of Fabio Silva. The club haven't broke that since. It's Elton Borges. Really, really good forward. Portuguese, obviously only 19 years of age, chased by Juventus. I think in the end, Juventus couldn't agree a deal with Boavista, but we did in the end, and we've signed him. He scored 15 goals last season in Portugal in the top division. A really, really strong player. We could see him play some part today. I don't think he'll start ahead of Fabio Silva in terms of a striking option, but even as a winger, he's very, very strong. He's quick, good on the ball, in front of goal, really, really solid. So happy with that signing. Daniel Webber, he's going to be coming in as a backup goalkeeper. Had a pretty much a full season in the Championship for Swansea. Got 7 clean sheets, which is a decent return. And he was available on a pre-contract sort of thing. So we've paid a compensation of 950k, but I'm really happy with him as a backup option. Welsh international as well, which is great to see. And another backup player that's come in, he's going to sit in the under-23s, Milko Meerveld, he's come in, he's going to sit in the 23s, I think. And we'll see how we can get on. A couple of teams will want him on loan, I'm sure, this season. We'll see what happens. So, let's start off with the outs as well. Some big outs. For some reason, some of them have come up on the last page. Dan James, we sold for £32.5 million to Leeds. Didn't play much for us at all last season. Actually, only started 4 league games. So, I think to get £32.5 million is good business. Leonardo Campana as well. He's left for £15 million again. Third choice striker. And I feel we've got a massive upgrade in Borges ahead of him. Nathan Harvey, who was a youth player, has also left. Another big out, Bruno Jordão, has gone to Young Boys for £12 million, rising up to about £15 million. Corbiano and Ryan Giles have been released. Dominic Yankov, who was a backup for us, has gone for £21 million. And then a couple of players out on loan. So the team's looking good. Like I said, we've still got a huge amount of money. We've got £126 million left. The transfer window is still open. They're happy with the amount of Portuguese players I'm signing. They're a little bit disappointed about reputable players, high reputation players. So we may have a look at that. I think that really the only area that we need to strengthen now, though, is possibly our number 10 area. Possibly fullbacks, but number 10 area, I think. Because behind Horta, maybe we haven't got a strong option. So that may well be the area. But Horta's still a great player. But I suppose if we want to be knocking on the door for the Premier League and Champions League football again, maybe I'll look at spending 60-70 million on a number 10. But we'll look at how we got on. Great start, by the way, in the league. Competitive action. We beat Chelsea 3-1. You know they were our bogey team. We came from behind in this game. They actually signed Lukaku, who I wanted to bring in because he was released from Inter, but Just couldn't convince him to have talks with us. Did really well with him. Like, he's brilliant on this game, Lukaku. And yeah, unfortunately we couldn't get hold of him. So yeah, we turned it around. Diogo Light just after half time, Fabio Silva, and then an own goal by Eric Garcia. Pre-season was fantastic. 1-0 win over Dynamo Kiev, 4-0 win over Guangzhou, Maizhou, who of course were our first team in the Pentagon Challenge, if you remember. I didn't even arrange that friendly, so that was a nice win. Beat Shenzhen 3-0, Kerry, whoever they are, 13-0, and Tividale 10-0. You'll see, obviously, there were a couple of players that we did bring in on trial, but didn't really go to plan. We signed Zach Steffen on trial. I wanted him to be our backup goalkeeper. In the end, he chose Real Madrid. Adam Armstrong was going to just come in as a backup forward. I'm surprised he's not been snapped up yet by like a championship team. I was going to bring him in to be their third choice striker, but won't be the case. And obviously, Meerveld, who we ended up signing. So I am looking forward to this season. I think we've built, in terms of depth, a much stronger team. We've kept Ruggieri on loan. This is the team we started for that game. Dembele on the right. Neto, unfortunately, has picked up a little bit of an injury. So I think those wide areas, hence why we're signing Freitas. I think those wide areas is something that we can strengthen. Still, maybe one very talented player that can play number 10, and maybe one of the wide areas could be a wise buy for us. But in terms of other players that we tried to sign, I think Manchester United signed one of ours, Conceição. Yeah, we tried to sign from Porto. In the end, he went to Manchester United, rejected us for about £45 million. So he was an option that I tried to bring in. But overall, I'm pretty satisfied with our business so far. I'm hoping it's going to be another successful season. And let's kick off the season against Manchester United under Zinedine Zidane. Let's do it. So then here we are with the teams. Good team for us, really. Manchester United are a strong side. Wan-Bissaka, Harry Maguire, who I think is on the transfer list. Lucas Hernandez, Reguilon, Neves playing. Fernandes, Milinkovic, Savic, Sane, Conceição, and Martial up top. We're starting a pretty good team. Borges does come in for his debut. He's starting on the left-hand side ahead of Neto, obviously, who is injured. You see that there. 7 games unbeaten for us against Manchester United. And I'm hoping we can make it 8 with a victory here. It's going to be an interesting game, that's for sure. A good start for us with the season, with that win against Chelsea. And it'd be lovely if we could do it again here against Manchester United. And here we go. Wolves away at Old Trafford. Hoping today to get off to a winning start and hopefully attempt to retain our Premier League title. But it's going to be a tough game against Manchester United, who are in already and who find the back of the net already. 25 seconds in. Not an ideal start, and it's Anthony Martial with a goal. Who was that ball through from Conceição? Who just, it's a wonderful ball, and Martial just found the run in between, I think, Santiago and, is it Light there? Yeah. So, not good at all. And 1-0 Manchester United. Dreadful start from us there. And we really need to try and bounce back as quick as we can. A goal here would be perfect. Here's Borges into Andre Horta. His cross is blocked. Out to Ruggieri. Back into Horta, who could get a shot away here. And it's gone in. And Fabio Silva scores. And he's onside. He's expecting the flag to go up there. But Fabio Silva, hopefully, he could explode. And this could be his season. It's 2-2 for him already. Ruggieri found that ball in. Horta brought it down and went for goal. And Silva was onside and taps it into an empty net in the end. We'll take that. Great way to get us back in the game so soon. And Fabio Silva won't miss those sort of opportunities. We're 25 minutes in now. And hopefully we see us start knocking on the door to take the lead. Half an hour gone. See some of the players now. Obviously, certain areas of the team we haven't really improved. I think number 10 position possibly is that one. Hopefully we'll see Borges get involved as well. But Manchester United here, you can see the strength of their team. Neves away, and he's for Santiago, and here's Fabio Silva now. We've got a breakaway on, and Borges is in here on his debut. Borges left foot, got the power behind it, but in the end it was wide. Big chance there for him. Just seemed to slow down, and that's not ideal. We've got now a foot injury to Fabio Silva, and I've got a decision here. I can either bring Burner in on the left-hand side, or bring Raul Jimenez on up front. Let's give Jimenez a chance up top. But yeah, it's a shame there. Fabio Silva, who started off this season so well, he's now off the pitch. But here's Ruggieri, a couple of big tackles there from him. Here's Borges, Looping ball forward to Jimenez, who I think might be De Gea here. He has. De Gea is in no man's land. Can Raul Jimenez get the curl on it? No, but he'll find Ousmane Dembele, who can find the back of the net right on half-time. Raul Jimenez didn't give it up. It's a major error from the Manchester United goalkeeper. I think I'm not a clue what he's doing there. And Jimenez could have gone for goal himself, but he's played a perfect pass in and a lovely header from Ousmane Dembele to give us the lead right on half-time. Perfect timing for us to get that goal, especially with that major injury to Fabio Silva. We need all the luck we can get. And a perfect ending to that first half and a perfect start, possibly, to the season if we can hold on. Fantastic. But looking good as well. You're looking at our stats there against Manchester United. We're looking the stronger team. We're going to just drop a little praise on them for their work so far. The morale took a little bit of a dip, though. Sane loses out to Semedo. Jimenez doesn't work just yet to come across to it. Hernandez to Milinkovic-Savic. Back to Hernandez and back into Milinkovic-Savic. All the way back to De Gea. He's had a bit of a nightmare in this game so far for Manchester United. He probably should have stopped that first one. And now we have a chance again. Jimenez tried to play Horta in. Manchester United playing some really loose passes. But they've come away with it anyway. It's Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka now on the right. Great cross. Block, sorry. And it's ball back in. And it was Sane who hit the post. Manchester United was so sloppy there. I'm not sure how we conceded a counter-attack to them there. We have got a chance here. Semedo. I need to take these long throws off, don't I? Ball in. Horta does not win the flick on. Sane will come away with it. Leroy Sane. We've just given up. Sane in. And off the post again. And St. Jago can clear away. We are on thin ice at the moment. And Manchester United still can't find a way through us. It's Sane again. Good tackle by St. Jago. Comes back through to Martial, who's deadly in those areas. And it's another mistake there by the centre-backs. United have been knocking on the door, to be honest. Just all over the shop. No support on this right-hand side of the midfield whatsoever. Sane, I'm not sure what St. Jago's doing. And Martial, you cannot concede those opportunities to him because he'll find the back of the net. 15 minutes to go. Borges is struggling here on his debut. So we're going to bring him off. And this guy, Will Hughes, by the way, phenomenal young player that has come through the ranks. We're going to bring him on as a box-to-box midfielder next to Tonali to see if he can help create anything in the last 15 minutes or so of this game. Ball forward to Reguilon. Neves into Sane again. Sane, ball through to Milinkovic-Savic. That right-hand side of our defence is all over the shop at the moment. Maguire into Martial again. Should have got his hat-trick, but it's dreadful defending. It is dreadful defending. Semedo's really struggling to support that right-hand side. United have just come into this game completely. But can we get one last attack out of these players? We're coming up towards stoppage time. Manchester United with possession deep in their own half here. Bruno Fernandes comes away with it. And Martial is in again. Tight enough angle for him. And we made it difficult for him to create anything there. And it looks like it's going to be full time. And it certainly is. It's Manchester United 2, Wolves 2. Both sides went ahead. Probably both sides will feel they should have won the game. For us, of course. The injury to Fabio Silva didn't help things, but we were very, very sloppy defensively again. And obviously, maybe that's an area that I do need to strengthen. I'm satisfied with our centre-back options. Neves out with a twisted ankle for 3 weeks is not ideal, but of course, we have got the reinforcements there, and we've got a couple of games coming up now, which I believe should be winnable. But it's an unbeaten start for us anyway. A win in the Community Shield against Chelsea, which is nice. Manchester United withdrew. We'll come back for the game against Newcastle at the start of September. Hopefully our business will be done then. Transfer business. And I don't know, the squad is still quite small. Maybe a really talented number 10 possibly. I don't know who's out there at the moment. Alex Baena, maybe? Is he what's he classed as, a winger? It doesn't scream out to me as a talent. Jack Grealish is available. How much do they want for him? £82 million, possibly not. Mateus Nunes is a good player as an AP. Again, is he any better than Horta though? Possibly not. So yeah, it's going to be a long one. Some good players there. Nuno Mendes. Once continental football, did Man City not qualify for the Europa League? Or I'm pretty sure they're in the Europa League. Who knows? But yeah, looking forward to it. Yeah, they're in the Europa League. Yeah, so guys, be sure to hit the like button down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. We'll be back for the games in September. But until next time, I'll see you all very, very soon.